Hey everybody, it's your girl Charlotte Van Horn with Black Expats in Panama. And I know you guys have been waiting, and I have been promising you that I would get an interview with a veteran service officer. And guess what? We finally are doing it. So tonight I want to introduce to you certified veteran service officer Reynaldo Cox. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you, because I know how busy you are, so I don't want to I don't want to take for granted at all the time that you're spending with us, because I know how busy you are. But introduce yourself to the group and tell us what a certified veteran service officer is and does.
Okay, first of all, my name is Reynaldo Cox. I'm a retired veteran. I served 10 years in the Marines and 14 years in the Army. Okay, I lived in the U.S. for about 42 years, and after retirement, I decided, hey, I'm coming back to Panama.
All right.
And here I am back in Panama for the last 3 years. Found out about a group of veterans here that help veterans. It's veteran helping veterans. And most of these veterans are like, we have, let's see, 3 from Panama, and we have 4 of them from the US, from California, one's from Puerto Rico, and the other 2, I'm not sure where they're from, but it's 7 of us here in Panama that we are certified veteran service officers. And what we do, we help veterans. Let's say, for instance, veterans that doesn't have any disability. We have a lot of Vietnam veterans here in Panama that they have so much entitlements and they're not aware of it. So what we do, we help them, get those entitlements that belongs to them. Okay, these are veterans that are receiving like low compensation. So I have a veteran that was receiving about $200 a month. And this guy has so many disabilities because he was sprayed with the Agent Orange. So what we do, we help these veterans, with their paperwork, submit claims, because all the say injuries and the illness that they have right now, some of them are service connected and they're not aware of it.
Right.
Okay. So we help them with those things. We help them process the paperwork, seek medical attention, and then we submit the package to the VA and hope for the VA to accept them and give these guys what they're entitled to, for the service. And like I said, the last 2 years I've been doing it's volunteer work. And for the last 2 years, we have submitted, I personally have submitted 56 packages.
Wow.
And of the 56 packages I've submitted, only 1 came back denied.
Wow.
One, okay? And we'll be able to appeal, and we won the appeal.
Wow.
So
That is
I'm
awesome.
100%
That is so significant. And I think that some people don't understand how significant VA disability benefits are.
And it's not easy, but as long as you have someone that knows, and like I said, I'm a certified veteran service officer, and we are certified by the Texas Veteran Commission. Okay, they make sure and certify us every year. We do a recertification. Some of us go to Texas to the office, and we also have a connection with the VA and also with VES, the Veteran Evaluation Services, which help us out a lot. We keep in touch with them. If we have questions, we call them. They help us out with packages and stuff like that, and that helps us get these veterans the entitlements. Okay, and like I said, everything we do for these veterans are free of charge.
Wow.
Okay,
That's amazing.
there is a hospital here in Panama called Hospital Brisas. Okay, and that hospital is a bilingual hospital. Most of the veterans let me start over. There's 3 hospitals in Panama. Okay, they have Hospital Nacional and Hospital Clínica San Fernando. But the one we have volunteer at is Hospital Brisas. And these hospitals accept veterans insurance like TRICARE,
Yes.
CHAMP VA, and also FMP, the paramedical program for veterans that have disabilities. Okay?
Okay.
And it works exactly as in the United States. The TRICARE, you pay your 25% co-payment. Okay? CHAMP VA, exactly the same thing. CHAMP VA is for veterans that are not retired, but they are at least 70 to 100% disabled.
Disabled. Uh-huh.
So the spouses or dependents are entitled to CHAMP VA. TRICARE is for the ones that are retired.
Okay.
The FMP, the Foreign Medical Program, is just for veterans with disabilities, okay, from 0 to 100.
Okay. That's the FMP.
Which stands for the Foreign Medical Program,
Okay.
okay? And it's covered you, even you're 0%, it's covered you 100%. When I say 100%, it covers your medication, prosthetic, any kind of medical attention you need for that particular disability, service-connected disability.
Yes.
Okay. It have to be in black and white from the VA that you're service-connected to that disability, and then you will not pay anything at all for any kind of a treatment for that disability.
Wow.
Okay. And the hospital, Brisas accept those insurance. Brisas is not affiliated to the VA nor anything, but it accepts
Yes.
VA insurances, and one of the only hospitals that have a certified veteran service officer to assist these veterans in any question they may have.
Yes.
Okay. Getting disabilities, like I said before, any assistance they may need.
Yes.
We have contacts where we can help them with the ID cards.
Wow.
You know, any assistance they need or a veteran needs, we will assist them and try to get it for them.
So when they come, how do they get in touch with you? They just come to one of the hospitals that you mentioned?
Yeah, no, they come to Hospital Brisas, because Hospital Brisas is the only hospital that I work at.
Okay.
The other two hospitals are not affiliated with us at all.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, but I didn't want to be negative and not mention those hospitals because there's other two hospitals that also service veterans. But what I heard so far, a lot of hospitals, because of the pandemic, like Nacional and San Fernando, they are not accepting TRICARE nor CHAMP VA because they said that the delay in payment. They only want to accept FMP. Because FMP will pay you 100% when the other two only pay 75%. But here, Hospital Brisas, it's a package.
Yes.
We will take, as long as it's VA related, CHAMP VA, TRICARE, FMP, we will accept it. We'll work with you.
Yes.
We'll work with you.
I actually can say I'm totally blown away by the service and care that Alfredo gets, from Brisa. And of course, he thinks that you are the king of kings, okay? and I mean, in the fact that this is volunteer.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
that is amazing because, like I said, I know how much you work, and you submitted 56 cases, and only one was denied, and you appealed that one.
Yes.
That's service. That is very much quality service. And I can also speak personally to Brisas, Hospital Brisas. The service and care that Alfredo gets there is absolutely phenomenal. Even when he had to come in and stay overnight, they let me stay. It was comfortable for me. It was, I think that it was, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like it was a step up from the service that we receive here in the United States. And it seemed very personalized. And I really appreciated that a lot. So that's how they can do that. So tell me this, the group that we have is Black Expats in Panama, and Black Expats in Panama are some people who are preparing to go to Panama or looking at other places to live abroad. So how would someone prepare to come to Panama and to receive these services? What do you think they should be doing to prepare for that?
My first advice to them will be, if you're a veteran, Okay, make sure and get, if you can get your ID updated, first of all, your ID and your dependent's ID. If you're retired, make sure it's not expired, it's not ready to be expired. That's number one. Okay, all your paperwork. If you have disabilities, make sure and bring that form, that the paperwork the VA sends you with all the list of disabilities, service-connected disabilities, because we need a copy of that. And if you bring it, to save a lot of time, because by requesting it, it takes a while. And the only person can request it is you. Okay, and we got to go into what they call e-benefits. And sometimes the system is not working, and the VA is trying to switch system to another system. So if you can get that stuff before you leave the United States, you know, that will be perfect. Anything at all. If you have a pending claim, bring the information, whatever you submit to the VA, bring it with you so we can review it with you. Okay, we could review with you and say, yes, you're doing okay. That's the proper way. We feel, because it's 7 of us. And what we do twice a month is a round table. Okay, and we review all the paperwork and we decide, hey, you know what? He's doing the right way. He should take this avenue. We should try this way. He should also apply for this disability, because this particular disability is a secondary to that first disability. There's a lot of secondary disabilities that a lot of veterans are not aware of. Because one disability, and because you're taking medication for this disability, can be causing secondary disabilities, and you don't know. You go to a hospital and say, well, it's not covered because it's not a service connected. But there's a lot of secondary disabilities that a lot of veterans are not aware of, and they put their hands in their pocket to pay for that when it should be covered because it's a secondary disability. Okay. But yes, that's number one, is to get your ID, any paperwork you have from the VA, especially the list of service-connected disability with the percentage. Because if you're not 100% and you're 70% or whatever, we could try to get you an increase. But we need to know the percentage that you currently have.
Right.
Okay? So those are the main stuff we would need from you.
Yes.
Okay?
They need to have their IDs updated.
I want to ask you, I might be jumping ahead of the game, but
that's
for non-veterans, Hospital Brisas also service non-veterans. Okay? And there's also a list of insurance. I'm not aware of them right now, but I know Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal is one. Some of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal, some of the Blue Cross Blue Shield insurances are covered in Panama. So you need to check with your insurances, your private insurance. Let them know that you're moving to Panama and see if the coverage follows them. Okay.
Yes.
Whatever ID card they have for the insurance company, that will be great. Upon a contact, a phone number, most insurance will give you an overseas number for you to call in case of an emergency. So if you can bring that stuff, that will be great. Help us, you know, with hopefully no medical emergency but to assist you if you have one.
Yes. That's awesome. So, and you were saying, are there other services that are offered to veterans as well? And I know you kind of with the medical part, but there are other things that are offered as well.
Yes, there's like what we do for some veterans. Like I said, 7 of us, 7 VSOs, and we have about 2 or 3 VSOs that also does taxes free of charge for veterans. If you have a Social Security issue, some veterans, some of the VSO, based on their own personal experience, they assist you with those issues also. And a few more that I'm not sure on, because so far I haven't hit any of those. But we have a few veterans that are very, very helpful in different topics. Social Security is one. They help you with like you think Social Security benefits and other benefits that because I guess I'm the young one that I'm not aware of. But yes, but again, when you're traveling, you come into Panama, make sure and bring anything that you may feel that may help in Panama. Okay, when you're traveling, any paperwork. It might seem insignificant for you, but still bring it. When it comes to insurance and medical issues, bring it with you.
Yes, you need that
Okay?
documentation.
Tax papers, your
Last
tax return
return.
for the last 3
Mm-hmm.
years.
Uh-huh.
All those things is good, you know. If you, cause you might be coming to Panama, want to buy a house,
Yes.
you know, they ask you for your last tax returns. They, even though it's a foreign country, but they still want to see your tax returns, your
Wow.
income last
Yes.
year,
Mm-hmm.
bank statements. Most banks ask you for the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Have your bank statement, okay?
Okay.
Uh, any reference, credit references.
Mm.
Okay, that's number one. It might seem,
Yes.
hey, I'm going to a foreign country. What they need my credit references, but they do verify.
They do. We were talking about that just recently. I was saying Panama is big on credit references, where it doesn't have the credit reporting bureau like we have in the
Right.
United States. They want references. So you definitely
Yeah.
have to bring your references and build them up when you get here.
Is the banking system. Most of the bankings in Panama, we have a lot of banks in Panama that are foreign banks. We
Mhm.
got a lot of US banks, and those are the ones that you coming from the US and you're using a bank here in Panama, the US bank, they will definitely check your credit.
Really? I didn't
Okay?
realize that some of the banks are U.S. banks in
Oh yeah,
Panama.
we have a few here. And we have a few banks that may not have the same name as a US bank, but they're affiliated to the US banks.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay,
I
because
learned the
I
hard
want
way
to.
myself.
Huh?
I learned the hard way. I went to a Panamanian bank and they said, okay, when they give you the letterheads, the letterheads will say, oh, like you say,
Bank of
Banco, and
America
the
up
other the
under
bottom
there.
would say Chase Manhattan or
Ooh.
whatever. Credit score.
Reynaldo, I'm telling you, that was a good piece of information right there because, a lot of people ask that question about credit in Panama and how do you get it? And a lot of people are always saying on the chats that, oh, they don't look at United States credit, but some of the banks do ask you to
Yes,
provide a U.S. credit report.
yes,
I
that's,
think
that's
it
a
was
very important
multi,
thing.
what's the one? I think it was multi-bank that someone said ask them for a US credit report.
But I mean, I can't hear you. Something is going on here.
Uh-oh. Something
Uh,
wrong? Can you hear me
I
now?
can't. Let me see. Maybe it's my system here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Let me see what's going on with my volume here. I don't.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me see if I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit loud. Yeah, I can hear you somewhat.
Okay, we straightened out that technical difficulty and we're back. So tell us, Ronaldo, what you were saying about buying a house.
Okay. Well, I have dual citizenship, right?
Mhm.
So fortunately, I have the Panamanian citizenship. So, because I was born in Panama, raised in Massachusetts.
Okay.
So I was able to buy a house with only 10% of the cost of the house. As a
Wow.
Panamanian,
Yes.
as a US citizen, it would have cost me 30%.
Wow.
Okay,
Yes.
because my income is not from Panama, it's overseas income.
Yes.
But because I'm a Panamanian, you know, I was able to just give the 10%
Put
that
10%
they
down.
require. Deposit, right.
Yes.
So you got to be ready for that 30% of whatever the cost of the house.
Wow. Yeah. Well, fortunately, I mean, things are a little bit more expensive in Panama than some other South and Central American countries. But it's still, I think, coming from the States, especially if somebody sells a house in the States, putting 30% down on a house in Panama would probably not be a hardship.
Right, right, exactly. Yeah,
It won't be a
yeah.
hardship. So, I mean, this is a little off, but what do you like about Brisa del Golf Norte?
Oh, I love it. It's peaceful.
No, I love it too.
It's gated. It's a gated area. You're close to everything. I'm close to the hospital, 5 minutes to the hospital.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, here in Brisas, there's over 2,600 veterans.
What?
Yeah, almost 3,000 veterans in this area.
Wow.
You know, and I get to meet a lot of them at Hospital Brisas.
Yes, yes. Alfredo was telling me when I interviewed him, I think he was saying that there's quite a number of U.S. veterans in Brisa del Golf Norte, and I am just such a big fan of the area, and I always like people because everybody always hears about Boquete, Coronado, and Brisa del Golf is what's happening, baby.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's gated, your swimming pool, you have, I mean, I love it. I love it. You're close to everything.
Me
The
too.
restaurants, the supermarket,
Yes.
everything.
You're close
You
to
know,
everything. Like I call myself a suburban chick. Okay.
right.
I don't want to live in the middle of the city, but I definitely don't want to live in rural areas as well. I like enough moving. I like stuff to be convenient for me.
There
And
you go.
Brisa was just, I mean, from the moment that we came there, and it's built up so much because believe it or not, we bought our house 8 years ago.
Wow.
We bought our house 8 years ago. We were one of the first houses to be developed to be finished in our neighborhood, one of the first streets. And
Wow.
so we've been here for quite a while, and we've seen how the area has built up. Alfredo was in heaven when IHOP came.
I have a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it. They have like the Planet Fitness there. And I think that when people are transitioning from, say, the United States, especially if you lived in a typical suburban area in the United States, and that's what you like, if you like a homeowners association,
Yeah.
if you want to transition in a way that is not so shocking, I think that Brisa is a good thing for that. I like the fact that it's not all expats and not everybody is speaking English. My Spanish is not too good looking. I'm telling you, as hard as I try, but I'm going to get it because I'm missing out on friendships and I'm missing out on opportunities because of the language divide. And one of the things that I like so much about Brisa is that there is a lot of Spanish being spoken, but at the same time, there are a lot of people who are bilingual as well.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
you come in contact with. So I'm really working. I just say sometimes if I could just like wake up one day and know all the Spanish words,
Like
that would be my wish.
I tell most of the veterans, not only veterans that's coming to Panama, I say, listen, once you come to Panama, there isn't anything in the United States that you will not find in Panama.
That's right. Except Walmart.
Oh yeah, Walmart. But we have Price Mart.
Yes, Price Smart is amazing. And you just gotta learn how to get around. So that is really cool. So thank you for giving my Brisa de Golf Norte a shout out because I'm always about that life. But let me ask you, so there are 7 VSOs in Panama.
Yes.
And are most of you in the Panama City area or are you spread out?
We spread out. We in the Panama area we have 3. Let me see. One, take that back. Yeah, we have 3 in Panama.
Mhm.
1 in Chorrera, which is another what we call a state or province.
A problem? Mhm.
We have 1 in Chitre. We
Okay.
1 in Chiriquí. And then we also have 1 in Colombia, in Medellin.
Uh-huh.
We have an office in Medellin.
Uh-huh. And
You
the
know.
one and so the one in Chiriquí, that's close to Boquete?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So because I know there's a lot of people who are interested in Boquete as well. And so that would be very good information for them.
We have a clinic. We have the VSO office, a clinic, and a pharmacy.
In where?
In Chiriquí.
Oh wow.
And the same, the pharmacy and the clinic only accept VA insurances.
Okay.
No civilian, just VA insurances.
Okay.
So that's strictly for veterans.
So you,
Hospital visas have to be open for everyone because of the law in Panama. Hospitals have to be, you know, for
equal
everyone. Just
opportunity.
yes. But the clinic and the pharmacy in Chiriquí, Chitre, and in Chorrera, those are strictly for veterans.
Okay.
Veterans, active military,
Mhm.
okay? Those strictly for those, for that purpose.
That's awesome.
And everyone at those locations are bilingual.
Wow, that is awesome. Um, well, this has been a great discussion, and I think we covered a lot. And is there anything else that you want to tell us before you leave? Is there contact information that you want to give, or tell us where to go to learn more about the VSO benefits and things?
Well, I'm not gonna. There is a website. I would have to send it to you so you can find
Okay.
it afterwards because I can't remember right now.
Your volume went down just a
Remember
little,
my email
Reynaldo.
address.
Oh, there you go. Yes, okay.
And I don't have one of my business cards here with me,
Okay, but that's okay.
but yes.
You can give me the information. It's great now. It sounds really good. You can give me the information and I'll list it in the description
Okay.
because a lot of people are going to want to know more about this. And one more thing I just thought of. Do they have like periodically they have events for vets, right? Like information
Yes.
type events and things like that.
Yes, we tried. Before the pandemic, we used to
Yes.
have at least, like, for instance, veteran PTSD. We'd
Okay.
have what do you say, a meeting where we could just within vest, not only with PTSD, just veterans in general.
Yes.
We're close to the beach, like in San Carlos.
Hmm.
We go out there and just spend a day and discuss. We meet veterans that you fellow soldiers, veterans that you haven't seen in years that
Yes.
live here in Panama. Okay,
Wow.
we used to do it at least twice a year, but because of the pandemic, it kind of like we
Yes. On the
haven't done it,
back
and
burner
we don't
like
know.
everything else.
Yes, but
Yeah, I can.
hopefully in the near future we're able to do it again.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm optimistic. I am
Yes.
optimistic that we will get through this pandemic sooner than later, and that we
Oh,
can
and
start getting back to life.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. One
No
thing I failed
problem.
to mention that the Brisas Hospital every year we bring someone from the VA, okay, the VA claim office, the VA main office, to come to inspect our hospital and
Mm,
our pharmacies and clinic to make sure we're up to par with the United States.
yes,
Okay,
yes. It's
we
impeccable.
yeah we
It's
make sure
impeccable.
we will pay for them the expense for them to come to Panama just to then take a tour of the hospital, the pharmacy, to make sure that to watch us work,
Yes,
to make sure they give us the thumbs up when they go back to the States. And for them
yes,
to know that we know what we are doing.
yes.
Okay.
That is awesome. That is well. Is there anything else you want to share before we close out?
No, just you're welcome to Panama anytime.
Thank you so much, Reynaldo. I know how busy you are, and this means a great deal to me that you took time to talk with
It's
me
been a
tonight.
pleasure.
And you're going to be getting a lot of calls. So send me your the contact information and the websites that you want me to share because they
Okay.
will be reaching out to you. And they can tell that you're very knowledgeable. And the thing that I liked about this interview the most is that you're very excited, to do what you do. And you talk about,
Oh, yeah.
fellow soldiers and stuff. And I just love that. That just warms my heart.
It's veteran helping veterans. I would
Yes,
say while we was in uniform, we got each other's back, right?
yes.
Because we out of uniform, we was turning the back on each other. No way.
No way.
Okay?
I
It's the
love
dead
it.
do us apart.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to talk to my audience for a minute and close out. And but thank you very much for speaking to me. And now
You're
to all
welcome.
of you people who have, I know, enjoyed this interview, and I know you've been waiting for it. And I'm so glad that we were able to bring it to you. I just want to thank you for
My
being a
pleasure.
part of this event. And I want to ask people to follow us at Black Expats in Panama on Facebook so you can keep up with all of the things that the Black expats are doing, people that are going there, people, get information like we just got from Reynaldo. And we have a meetup coming on, scheduled for January 16th of the Black expats. And it's not concrete yet, because we got to wait and see what the situation is going to be, but we got to save the date for a meetup of Black expats in Panama. And then we also do have a few seats left. I think we have 11 seats left for the second Black Expats Explore Panama trip, May 28th through June 1st. The May 1st through May 5th is sold out. But
Wow.
again, yes, it is. The interest and the excitement over Panama is overwhelming. This has become a full-time job for me.
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Yes, yes. And I'm hoping as many of them come to Brisa the Golf as can be.
I'll be waiting.
So,
I'll be waiting.
yes, thank you. So anyway, I'm going to bid everybody good night. Good night, Reynaldo. Thank you very much for your time.
Good night, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.